Now this is gonna be a different video. Okay, so we have arrived at the abandoned house that my grandmother used to live in as a child. A little disclaimer I would say is that this is not gonna be one of those clickbait videos like abandoned house, sightseeing ghosts, and whatever caught on tape gone sexual. This is gonna be a nice chill video which I go over to the footage and explain or comment over it as to what happened, my thoughts and all that. So we arrive at the house. It was said before, my parents told me that there were homeless people sleeping there, drug addicts and all that. Luckily that has been dealt with, which we didn't know before we went here. So I actually thought that we would see some homeless people there. But as you can see, door refuses to be unlocked. Here I tried to gently kick it in, just I don't know, I guess that was a good idea. So before we went in here, we went to the back, have a quick gander there before I tried to unlock it again, which led to success. So this is the entrance hall over here. On my left, which I should walk in a sec, that used to be a living room, I think. I'm not really sure. It does look like something of a living room. We used it mostly to store like archives, freaking furniture and all that stuff. Most of this stuff will be kinda messed up or misplaced because, like I said, there used to live homeless people here and they just freaking made a mess there. If you couldn't tell, there's 4 of us actually, so I asked my friends to come if they want to join me on my little adventure, and we saw a little TV in this bedroom. It's a Tesla, which I should zoom on in a little bit, and that I believe is the couple or my grandmother that used to live in there. That's a creepy beheaded doll on the table and some cocaine. Well, actually, I don't know what it is. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to smell it. I was just like, nope, that's white powder, I'm out. And I just wanted to have a look into that cupboard to see if there actually could be anything in there. Moving on to the hallway yet again. Well, actually, no. Well, yeah, this is the close-up on the TV, as you can see. Tesla. It has to be black and white, and my friends were lamenting there if it could actually work. You could just plug it into a setup box and see if it would work, and I said like, no, are you crazy? It wouldn't work. So this I believe is the kitchen, and that was like an office, which we will get to later in the video. So this used to be a kitchen, and right there when I'm pointing the camera where the pillow is, that there used to be a counter there, but they just took it. I think homeless people or gypsies, I don't know. And this used to be the bathroom. And I'm just pointing here how filthy the bathtub is. Jesus Christ. I thought it was just filthy, but now that I look at it, it's maybe probably just dust and dirt. So it's not that horrible. And also Shakespeare. So yeah, there's a lot of books in there. Back into the kitchen we go, and this is like a I don't really know what it is. Maybe they just stored like, I don't know, onions, potatoes and all that sort of stuff. And there's the cellar. We were just standing there for a while looking at it, and we weren't sure if we really want to go there, but then we were like, you know what, screw it, let's go. So that's a little bit spooky. Honestly, a minor spoiler probably, but I thought we were gonna find more stuff in the cellar, but there wasn't much there. There was just some broken bottles, or just bottles in general, sand, dirt, cobwebs, dead spiders. Yeah, pipes and all that sort of stuff. This actually is like my friend pointed out, this is like from the movies. You see homeless people heating themselves up in the alleys. That's the sand pit. More bottles. Actually not broken, so I lied. Hey. And funny enough, the only thing on that shelf was a little bottle with a liquid in it. We didn't know, we had no idea what it is. We didn't want to really break it. We didn't know if it was some kind of alcohol or medicine. But upon closer inspection, I don't think you can see it on the camera, but in person there was like a mold in it. So, yeah, I think there was kind of something white in there. I don't know if you could see it, but I reckon that was mold. I don't know how. So if it was some kind of alcohol, it was so old that there actually mold grew in there. So moving on, once in the hallway again, we wanted to go to the attic, I think, and I just stumbled upon a toilet. Really great placement, by the way. It's just, we were laughing for a bit. And here are the stairs to the attic. I just sped it up over here because it's just boring to go. And yet again, I thought there were gonna be more things, more stuff in the attic, but surprisingly not that much. There were just random clothes on the ground, some bathroom or just floor tiles in the corner. This thing you can see, I don't know if other countries have this, but seeing as this is a communistic house or Soviet era house, you just put a corn in there and just roll through it, and it just how should I put it? Just get little popcorns from that. A raw corn, by the way. That's a little bit that's a little hole I was pointing out, so my friends should be careful not to step in there and accidentally fall through the freaking ceiling. And yeah, there's a on-off switch for lights. Actually, funny story, the electricity in the house is, you could turn it on, but unfortunately it was off, which we didn't know, but it is there, it is functioning, because people or my distant relatives are going there using water pumps and all that sort of stuff. There I found a really nice leather jacket with a hat, fancy, at least for that era. And we move on to the attic balcony, which I don't know why you would want a balcony in the attic. And we find a dead bird between the glass panes. Well, more like remains, because they're just feather and bones. It actually still smelled pretty rough, to be honest. Even if it was feathers and bones, it did really smell bad up there. Here my friend finds a rat trap. It's not even a mouse, it's a freaking gigantic rat trap. Which was, I guess it's not very surprising. And that's basically it for the attic. Yeah, that's a piece of string, I guess. And I was surprised to find these sort of like heaters up here. I don't know why. It was just weird to see them. Yeah, that's a bunch of clothes. And my friend really likes that thing, by the way. You could actually hear or see the joy in his face, because he later takes that home, but you could literally see or hear the joy he has from taking that thing. And here he is breaking it off, because it was literally bolted to the wood. Well, I guess it needs to be, because you couldn't use it anyway. So here is the office that I cut out earlier, because this is a closer inspection of it. Before I just went there, look around, and just went out. So, office. Interestingly enough, my grandfather, I believe, was an architect, believe it or not. So we find a lot of plans for other buildings, mathematic books, and you just name it. Over here I'm just looking over some old photographs, again from the Soviet era, because this is freaking Central Europe, communists everywhere, and also that is from 1969. So this house is pretty old. Here I'm just rummaging through some documents, and I think I find I'm not really sure exactly how to call it. It's like you keep it just in case. If you buy a machine, then you keep the check just in case, so you could just go back there if it breaks. I'm sorry, I'm lost for words right now. And here I'm just rummaging through the files. If you're wondering what language is that, or if you see any language, is probably Hungarian, because that's what people spoke, that language, back in the olden days over here. And yeah, see, that's a lot of plants. Interestingly enough, my mom told me that she, as a little kid, used to come visit my relatives living in this house, and she would like sneakily go into this office to look on these plants, because my great grandfather never let her to. Here my friend found, we weren't sure what it was. He's just trying to, yeah, just for the funs. We didn't know if it was like a coloring something for the plants, or you know. And my other friend found Jichthofer. I really don't know how to pronounce it. Basically what it is if you have iron deficiency in your system or body. So you just use that and you should be good to go. Here I have sped up footage over some more rummaging through things. I found a really nice stamp, some old books. I tried to find the print date, but I didn't want to waste the time. And here actually I find a ink bottle, unopened ink. We weren't sure if it was gonna work in any way. It wasn't dried up, which is really surprising. And here I'm trying to, I really don't know what I was doing here. I just wanted to try if it writes, and actually it did, kinda, sorta. And here I'm experimenting with trying to put it on the stamp, and I just scrub everything. Yeah, I just spill it all everywhere. Again, it kinda worked, it kinda didn't, and I actually didn't notice it at first, but when I went through the footage, that stamp did a really nice flip. This is pretty interesting wheelchair, to say the least. It's really, I don't know, it's really weird to see it there from that era. And here I'm just pointing out that there used to be a furniture in that corner, but everyone took it who broke into this house. Over here, that's a sharpening stone, I believe it's called, and just other stuff. I find there's some aluminum foil, aluminum. I wasn't sure if it actually, if it had heroin in it, because I saw a documentary where a dude was packing heroin into a little aluminum ball, and this looked pretty similar, because my mom told me that they found syringes in some places in this house, so I was not sure. Maybe it was just chewing gum, who knows. And this actually is a can of curry. Yeah, curry. And surprise, it was full. Well, almost full. So I opened it over here, almost spilled it everywhere, which I actually did later. And to my surprise, it wasn't like decayed, I would say. It still had smell. It still had some aroma. My friend told me that I should take it home, but I'm like, what? No, why would I do that? And I'm trying to focus here the date of which year the can was made in, and it was, I believe, I should have a close up again. It was like, I spilled it there. It was like 1968. Yeah, 1968 was the date in which that can was made. So yeah, and here we are done with everything. We had a fun time, fun little adventure. Again, not a clickbait video because I don't feel like it. It's not like something, ooh, abandoned haunted house, ghosts everywhere, gone sexual, caught on tape. Nothing like that. It's just a nice, chill video of me and my friends exploring a old, abandoned house from the Soviet era. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you stuck up to the end, and thank you for watching.